When you know there's a chance you might start today, how does your preparation throughout the week kind of change?
Yeah, no, it doesn't really necessarily change. It's just been some good communication about kind of like how we're wanting to handle the last couple of days. So you kind of stay ready, and it had been talked about, so you just kind of had an idea. But just kind of get some light work off the mound here and there, and stay ready, and kind of keep everything in a good place, and go from there.
What allowed you to be so effective this afternoon?
Yeah, it was just keeping guys off balance. A lot of soft contact, even like the hits besides the homer. I felt good about the pitches and things like that. So it was good, just kind of keeping guys off balance and in between certain things, and making pitches. And so it was good that way. And trying to be efficient, especially when we're scoring like that. You want to get the guys back in as soon as possible.
You mentioned the scoring. How much does that help you kind of be at ease on the mound and attack the way you want to?
Yeah, 100%. You want to pitch free regardless, but especially when we're scoring like that, you just want to attack guys and get us back in there, like I said, as quickly as possible. So it was just really trying to make guys swing the bat, not give them any free passes, things like that, and I think that's my game in general, so it was good.
At what point did you actually know you were starting today?
I think the last couple of days had been kind of hinted about, just based off kind of usage and everything, so I'd say maybe for sure yesterday, but kind of been talked about for the last couple of days.
Ryan, how would you describe this year for yourself? You exercised your opt-out March 23rd with the Blue Jays, signed with these guys the next day. Just what has this been?
It's been great, honestly. It's been incredible kind of being here and continuing to grow, learning, especially from the pitching side, continuing to get better and kind of learn from these guys and make but it was a whirlwind at first, especially getting over here, meeting guys literally the day or two before season started. So starting to settle in and really get to know the guys, and it's been great.
Do you see this as a chance to start for a while? Is that something that you'd prefer to do with Carrasco not here? Nope.
Yeah, I think I'm sure we'll have kind of like ongoing talks about that. I'm sure we'll talk about it, but I'm definitely enjoying it, starting right now, and we'll kind of see how things unfold. But that's a little out of my discretion. I think that's their talks, but I'm hoping to continue to run with it as long as I can, and we'll go from there.
Ryan, you've seen Judge from across the dugout a number of years.
Yeah.
What's it been like watching him, on a day-to-day basis in the same uniform?
It just gives you even more of an appreciation for him, especially because you see how he is from afar, and you play against him and kind of what is he as a competitor, but get to learn him and see him on a daily basis, all the work and the prep he does, and get to know him as a person too. It's been incredible. I've been really fortunate to kind of get to know him that way, and it's just what impressive he does on a daily basis.
Having two other lefties in the rotation, elite guys, very different pitchers, is that something you take anything out of?
I think just in general, from the whole pitching staff, where you're able to kind of pick each other's brains, and especially we have a good amount of lefties who do a lot of different things and are able to kind of get an idea of how they're attacking hitters and really feed off of them. And, even before the game today, talking to them, hey, what were you seeing here, especially Rodon yesterday, hey, how were you attacking guys here and there, and kind of being able to build off that.